Hey, welcome back. We are on day 3 of reveals on the Greetery blog for our 2021 holiday collection. Today's products are super sweet and I can't wait to show you. So the main purpose of my video today is to show you how to put together these adorable little ovens, which is our new Bake Someone Happy die and stamp set. And I want to show you how these go together and we'll do those step by step. But before we do that, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the two product groups that are being showcased on the blog today, because they are somewhat similar and I thought it might be helpful for you to see them side by side. So the first one, like I said, is called Bake Someone Happy, and it is a large die for creating this adorable oven treat box, and there's so many fun details in this set. There's also a matching stamp set, so you can choose to stamp some of the details, which probably makes it go a little bit quicker. All of the elements are in the die set, so you can use that as a standalone die, but if you would rather stamp some of the details, we do have a stamp set available. And then there are several sentiments in this set as well, and those little sentiments fit on the tiny little cookie sheet, or they also fit on the oven door, so lots of design options. The other set that we are introducing today is called Bake It Merry, and it contains a lot of similar elements to the Bake Someone Happy set, but it's much larger scale. And so this one is designed more for card making, tags, and gift card holders, and that sort of thing. So here you can see side by side, they both have a cookie sheet die. The Bake Someone Happy is super tiny and designed to fit on top of the little oven, and the one in Bake It Merry is much bigger, and it's actually sized that you can tuck a gift card inside of there. So I thought it would be helpful. They both also have cute little cookie dies, and you can see how they're much different scale between the two sets. So I thought it might be helpful to just see those side by side. So let's go ahead and put one of these cute little ovens together. So I have all of my pieces die cut. There are pieces for everything in the die set, so you only need to cut everything once. So you don't need to go back and cut multiples of anything. Everything is there for you to cut just in one go. And so I cut the main pieces of my oven from red cardstock. So there's 3 main pieces. There's the front and top and bottom base of the oven, and then this is the back and sides, and you'll see how that kind of all goes together when we get going. There are some details in the stamp set that can be added to the oven. You can do the knobs with either die cuts from the set, or if you want to go a little bit quicker, there's also a stamp, and so all of the knobs are together in one stamp, so that's probably a little bit quicker. We're going to go that route today, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be stamping everything in Versamark ink and then heat embossing with silver embossing powder. Now you can always go ahead and set this up in your MISTI. If you're doing multiples, that would be a nice and quick way to do it. Since we're just doing one today, I'm just going to go for it and just eyeball it. So the next step is there's a little arch. This is an arch detail that can be added to the top, the back of the oven, I guess it would be. We're going to stamp that right here on which is going to be the exposed part of the back of the oven. There's a similar shape right here. Don't stamp that one, it gets covered up. We're going to want to stamp this one. So the piece with the door cut out. Next up, we're going to stamp some striped details. So there's 3 spaces you can add this detail. You can add it to the front and then to both of the sides, and so of course that's optional. You can go all out and add as much detail as you can, or you can keep it simpler and skip this step too. So we're going to add it, and I'm going to stamp the first one right on the front of the oven, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to stamp it on the sides. These 2 pieces right here is what ends up being the sides of the oven. So I'm going to position that so that top stripe is just kind of even with this little notch right here where that little angled corner. I don't know if I'm doing a real super job of stamping here with camera. It's a little bit hard to see, but we'll see how it turns out. Okay, and then we have one last detail to stamp, and that is a little frame that goes around the oven door. So there's 2 oven door cutouts. Don't stamp this one because it's going to get covered up. We're going to stamp it on this separate little door piece. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my silver embossing powder. Oh, and we do have one other little detail that we're going to stamp. There are a couple little options for adding a detail to the back of the oven. I'm going to use this cute little retro looking detail, and I'm going to stamp that right here under that arch that we stamped at the top. So we have all of our stamping done. I'm going to go hit this with my heat gun to finish that embossing. Okay, so I am back, and everything is heat embossed, and I did actually do a second one of these off camera because my crooked stamping was really driving me nuts. So I did fix that, so it's looking a little bit better. So all of our stamping is done. We can go ahead and assemble this cute little oven now. So to do that, you just want to start by folding everything on the score lines. And so all of these little flaps, just give them a nice bend. I like to bend them forward to the right side of the die cut first because that's where that embossed line is, and you'll just get a nicer, crisper fold if you fold them forward first and then fold them backwards. So I'm just going to work my way around all of these pieces, folding everything on the score lines. Okay, so for this piece you can see we're going to kind of fold it like a box, and then this curved flap is going to get folded upward, just like that. Okay, and then this next piece just has 2 folds, so super easy. Just fold those sides forward. This is the little piece that's going to get adhered to the door opening on the main part of the oven. There's a little flap here, just score that and fold that flap backwards. Okay, so we're going to start by adhering this rounded flap to this flap right here on the back of the oven. So I'm going to put some liquid glue. I love to use, this is called scrappy glue, and it's my favorite liquid glue for making 3D objects. It glues, or it dries really quickly and sets really quickly and holds really well. So we're going to line those 2 pieces up just like that. Make sure they're lined up at the top. And then one thing that I found that really helps so that this part doesn't come apart when you're working on putting the rest of it together is to grab just a little clip, a little binder clip. That way that glue can set and dry while you're working on the rest of it, and you don't have to worry about it coming apart. So we're going to work on the rest of the oven. I'm going to add adhesive to all the first 3 flaps on each side. So the little angled portion and the next long one, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Then I'm going to bring the side panels of that backing piece around to the sides and catch those tabs. And you'll see that just kind of fall into place, and you just can ease those angled pieces together and just give it a squeeze until the glue sets a little bit. Everything should just kind of fall into place along those angled sides. You can reach up and inside and give those flaps inside a little squeeze to really set the glue. Then we can go ahead and secure the bottom closed by putting some adhesive on the remaining 3 flaps. I'm going to close that up and make sure those side flaps tuck inside. Okay, so the main part is assembled. Now we're going to add the oven door. So basically this little flap right here is going to tuck in this slit. So there's a slit that's cut in the front. That's where that flap is going to tuck into. So we're just going to adhere this to the door that's already there, and we're just going to line up the windows. So I'll put a little bit of adhesive all the way around that window and just line it up. If you want to close up your window with a piece of acetate, you would want to do that now and just sandwich it in between the two door layers. So there's not a die for that. You can easily just trim a little rectangle to fit. I think it's about like 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches or something like that. So you can just sandwich a piece in there. I did that on some of mine. So you can see here, I put some acetate in between those two door layers. So you can totally do that if you want to create like a little glass window in the front, and then that flap can just get tucked in there. Okay, and then it's just open and close by tucking the flap inside of that slit. Now there's a ton of little details you can add to your oven as well that are included in the die set. There's a handle, which is this kind of oblong piece right here. It's hooked onto the little cookies. So that oblong piece is the handle for the front of the oven. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the ends backwards. There's no marking, you just kind of eyeball it. It's about 1/4 inch. That you just fold that to the back side, and I'm gonna just kind of squeeze it and curve it, and then add just a tiny bit of adhesive to those folded back ends. Then I'll just add that to the front of the oven. You're gonna want to let that dry before you pull on it. I found I don't really like to pull on the handle to open the door. I like to just grasp the sides of the door and open it that way. Okay, then we can add some utensils and pot holders to the sides of the oven. There is a little bar, which is this right here, and that can be our little holder. There's some tiny little hooks that you can hook onto here and hang the pot holder and the little spatula and all those little details. It's super fun to add those details, and here you can see how I did that right here. I just added a little bit of adhesive to the ends of that bar and then attached these with some foam tape just so they don't move around. And then of course you have your 4 burners for the top of the oven. So I'm going to attach mine with some foam adhesive. Just put some squares of foam on the back side. I did not pop out the centers, so that this is just a little bit easier to do that. Just gonna leave those centers intact inside the die cut and add my foam tape squares to those centers. Then you can take the tiny cookie sheet and the tiny cookies and die cut those and add that to your oven as well. I stamped a sentiment on there from the matching sentiment stamp set, and you have this adorable little treat box. So it's not very big, but it does hold, like, you can get 6 of the little Hershey nuggets easily inside of there. You can fit one of these little chocolates inside, or some little miniature cookies. Reese's peanut butter cups, the mini ones fit in there. Lots of fun ideas, or you might be able to fit a little tiny mini cupcakes or muffins in there. I don't know, that might be a little large. I didn't try that for sure, but that's an idea that you could give a try as well. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this peek at the 2 product groupings that we're showcasing on the blog today. All of our new holiday products for 2021 will be going up in the shop tomorrow, which is October 7 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon.